Hey Fit Over 50 community, I wanted to post a video response to you and replying to your responses, choosing among the four aerobic, or I shouldn't call it aerobic, aerobic tools that you would choose to get your heart rate up if you had to choose among the four. So the four were battle rope, Versaclimber, the sandbag, and the kettlebell. So I left it a little bit open-ended because I really did want to hear a range of responses and reasonings, and it was great. I really appreciate everybody's contributions, and their reasoning and everything made sense, and it really speaks to our individuality in terms of personal preferences and the structures of our program and all that stuff. So I just want to hit on each one, basically what I like about each one, and you can kind of compare and contrast the pluses and minuses, and then I'll tell you what my choice would be if I had to choose among those four. Okay, battle rope. That's probably the most versatile in terms of movement patterns that you can create, and then as long as your lower body and your upper body are going simultaneously, that's a really great comprehensive recruitment of the entire body, which is always in the interest of burning calories and getting your heart rate up. So also, unless you're jumping, it's pretty low impact for the lower body, so that's another advantage. Versaclimber, very smooth, very fluid. The physics of the machine really do create, much like swimming, an extremely consistent level of force output for the muscles. So consequentially, minimal joint stress, especially for the return on investment in terms of driving the heart rate up. Sandbag is really, I consider that more of a muscle endurance tool. Obviously, you can get your heart rate up very high, very quickly. There's a lot of core engagement if you're doing stuff on the floor like bag drags or leg threads or anything like that. Touching the floor, bringing it underneath your chin. There are a lot of different names for that, but or putting it on your shoulders, stepping back in a partial lunge, bring the knee up. There are a lot of different patterns you can do, and they tend to create more muscle engagement, power, strength muscle engagement, and core engagement than I think most of the other options, except kettlebell, which has a lot of the same qualities. And one of the things I like about kettlebell is it really opens up the joint compartment. We tend to sometimes have imbalances between the back and the chest primarily that can affect the position that the shoulder functions from. And the kettlebell tends to open that up. And if you're really good about your posture and you don't compromise the neutral curve, it can really help to open up the upper, the shoulder joint compartment, and while simultaneously strengthening the upper back muscles and the posterior delts. So, and then of course there's a lot of other things you can do with the kettlebell, but I'm just talking about the basic swings, either side to side or the V pattern. I prefer the V pattern to straight at the front because it tends to disperse the workload more to the obliques and the hips, and off of the muscles that frame the low spine, not so much there. Anyway, so I love all four. They all have different advantages, but and I didn't use this wording, but if it was strictly for elevating your heart rate, just because of the lack of wear and tear on the muscles and the connective tissue, I would pick Versaclimber. I started my business in 1998, and I waited until my ex-wife and I sold a house, and my daughter went off to school before I plunked down $3,500 for a Versaclimber. So I waited 27 years to get one. Finally got one, and I absolutely love it. I work it with most of my clients as a single station and a multi-station circuit. So hopefully that was helpful to you. Again, we're all individuals. They're all great tools, and I really appreciate everybody contributing. I learn more when I hear back from you guys as well. All right, thanks.